Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Mike here. It's Friday at Imperial Tropicals. How's everybody doing? Uh, I'm sure we're gonna have some people coming in kind of later today. We failed to kind of prepare and share our live stream beforehand like we normally do, so the schedule was not out there for everybody to kind of plan to be here. But I see we got 13 people in here now. So, guys, if you can hear me, if you're here, leave a comment. Let me know. We are going to do a giveaway today. We're going to go over our 10 sale items that are going to go up today. Hello, Lynx. Happy Friday. And then also, we're going to go over a couple fish that just look really good. This one was not on my list, but I am going to show it regardless. It's a really good looking fish. This is the Neolamprologus lulupi, and these are the Carilani. So I don't even know if we have a listing completed for these on the website yet. We were growing these up amongst others for future breeders, and we had so many of them that this is about half of them. So we had plenty for breeders. So we're taking these and we're getting ready to sell these. So shortly, these are going to be on the website. What's really nice about this particular location point of Lulupi is as they get older, they turn a more distinct kind of orange color, more than that bright yellow color other Lulupi have. So these are really nice. You can see there's some right there front and center kind of showing off. And these were literally just put in here yesterday. So you can see they're nice and healthy, settled in. So happy Friday, Hornick, Stephen Jones. Good to see you, Doug, Lotto Man, Kim, and Jose, Davo. You guys are all the regulars are here in the house. So what's up, guys? Good to see you. As always, if you have any requests on fish you want to see, make sure you just put it in the comments, and myself and Carly will do our best to get to your requests. Also, guys, in the comments, let me know how did you guys like last week? It was kind of I wasn't prepared to be outside and show you guys what goes on outside of what's in this warehouse, but I felt like you guys really liked that. So let me know if you guys want to see more of the farm. The only issue is with seeing some of the other parts of the farm is connectivity. So like in the greenhouses is a temperature issue. It gets so hot the gimbal fails on me, and sometimes the phone will overheat. And also, there's no Wi-Fi, so we're going off of just regular service, which that doesn't seem to be the issue too much. And then also, the breeding room, very hard. There's no service in that room at all. The building is just an older building. It's very thick walls, and we just cannot get any connectivity in there. It's pretty tough. So hard to film in there as well. But if you guys want to see more stuff in the field, let me know, and I'll start showing some more of that. It's getting warmer outside. Fish are getting more active, so you might be able to see some more cool stuff. And as you see here, Carly has pinned a message. They're not yet on inventory, but they will be shortly. These guys are really good looking. Right now, I am not seeing too much of a difference between these guys and our Lulupi of the same size. They're both bright yellow. This is a first for us in growing these out, so hopefully there will be a significant difference once we get our breeders growing up and we can see. But we're not going to know that for sure. Just in general, this fish is known to be a more orange than yellow. Aaron wants to see some Dumbo-eared guppies, some black angelfish. Tanks and tubs like the outside change of pace, so that's good to see. Steve, the farm was cool. Always interested to see more. Doug enjoyed seeing the farm. Would really like to see how you pull and transfer fish out of them. So, Doug, we have some old streams. Unfortunately, a lot of them were on Facebook Live, and I'm assuming I see some changes going on about Facebook Live and saving videos. I'm unsure if they're going to be deleted or not, but um, we do have some older videos. We have some on YouTube as well. Hopefully, though, maybe I can line something up for you guys in the upcoming show where we can do a live video of them staining in ponds. Now, there's a lot of factors that kind of go into that. It's a pretty long process, and also sometimes, not always, but sometimes we go to seine in or catch the fish out of the pond, and we don't catch anything. Which typically we know at that point if there's going to be fish or not, but that is always a possibility. But yeah, we will look to see if that is something we can do in the near future. Also, we have to be sure that some of the people involved are okay with being filmed. If not, I can always step in their place and do it, and you guys would just watch me and two other people seine the pond, and somebody else could be behind the camera. But we'll see about that. That would be really cool, and I know you guys would really love to see that. So I'm gonna let a few more people get some requests in on some fish they want to see. If you're just now joining, we are doing a giveaway at the end today, like always. One for Facebook and one for YouTube. All you have to do is be here live for the chance to win. So stick around to the end. And until then, I'm gonna let a few more requests come in. Carly will gather them up for me, and we will talk about some of the fish that are going to go on sale today starting at 1 o'clock. So let's go look at the first one on the list. And guys, today I'm doing something smart. I should always do this because I always have it on me, but I'm using my clipboard, so it's going to be a lot harder for me to misplace the paper. So first fish on the sale that's going up today is the mouth brooding severums, also known as the Heros liberifer. So here's a tank of them. Now these guys seem to be notoriously shy until they've been in a tank for a long time. But hopefully I can get some good video on these guys. So these guys are really cool. They get really large. They get nice red coloration to them. They get some nice greens in their fins. What I really like about these guys is just how good of parents they actually are. So once they breed, these guys are just like phenomenal mouth brooders. You know, sometimes you have fish that they'll spawn, but and they're mouth brooders, but they always end up eating their fry. That is one thing that I've never seen be an issue here with the liberifer, is they will almost always indefinitely raise their fry without killing them or eating them. And like sometimes the pair, like the male will eat the fry or the female will eat the fry, but in this case, I have not seen that in our breeders here on the farm. Now, what's really cool about them too, as well, is that it's not just the female that will mouth brood or not just the male. They will both be take care of the fry, so they'll take turns holding them. So that's also really cool. So if you're interested in severums and something you don't see too often, these guys are really cool, and I highly recommend them. So 3 to 4 inch on these guys, and they're unsexed. That's going to be what's on sale. Next is going to be the assorted angelfish. Now, with the assorted angelfish, that's just what you're going to get is an assortment. So we're not going to be able to guarantee what you get from the assortment. Before I go there, I do know there was a request to see some black angelfish. Here are some black angels. I just happened to be walking by the tank. These guys are about 2-inch body, so fin tip to fin tip, they're probably 2.5 to 3 inches. All right, now let's go look at what we have in for the assorted angels. So right now, oh, they got moved down here. Okay, so right now in the assorted angel tank, I am seeing a lot of marbled angels, a lot of gold angels, and a few silver angels, like your standard tank bred silver angel. There are some more yellow marbles and some more black marble. So typically, the variety is just based on kind of just how fish are breeding locally. And so right now it looks like we got a lot of golds, a lot of marbles, and then some that are like yellow with very small amount of marbling pattern. So these guys are 2 to 3 inches, and those will be on sale. Next, we got the red hump geophagus, and those guys have been moved. They are right up here. Now the red humps are really cool. What I really like about the red humps is just all the colors the males get, and they get nice reds in them, blues. It's all very subtle, but they are very nice. All right, next we have, let's go look. I know we had an Episto request I saw come through in the comments. So let's go look at the next item on our list, which is the Diamond Epistogramma. So I'll go over here on our softwater racks. You can see they've been busy over here doing water changes. We got hoses running all over the place. We got ladders, carts, step stools. All right, so let's see. The Diamond Episto, I'm a really big fan of these. I've been growing some out to the side here for us to keep as breeders, and they look really good. The males have really, really nice fins, really nice color. But in this tank right now, they're all hiding, and it looks like they had just gotten a water change. They're all kind of trying to hide in this tube and in the back corner. But definitely, these are a nice one, not a very common one. And pictures online do not do it justice, only because we haven't grown any out for photos, really. But definitely highly recommend those if you're into Epistos. Next is the Sumo Loach. Now, these guys are really cool. Now, not something we carry very often. We do import these. Now, the Sumo Loach is really, really cool fish. Uh, really interesting behaviors, how they just kind of scoot around. They're they're very peaceful. They really hardy. Haven't seen any issues with these ever. And the one thing I would recommend with a loach like this is to just make sure you have a secure aquarium lid where they cannot just easily escape. I haven't seen it be an issue here, but one thing that these guys love to do is just find ways to get behind the filter, and they're just always constantly making their way back there. So they seem to be like they want to just. There's a really nice colored up. It's hard to see behind the algae, but these guys seem to want to just move from wherever they are. So keep that in mind. All right, next fish is one of my favorites, but I have not personally kept them only because of one reason, and one reason only is this online. There are some reports that they can eat plants. Now it's a barb species, so it's going to be the panda barb. Um, so according to reports online, people say that they are known to nibble at plants, and I am a plant keeper, but these guys are just so nice, and I'm so glad that this black background is on this tank right now because it's really just kind of highlighting this fish. You can see some of the males are more red. They're not fully colored up right now. They were more colored up this morning, but really, really like this fish. They're a nice mid-sized schooling fish. They're not they're not gonna be like tiger barbs where they're very nippy, but they're just as active. You get the same kind of colors, you get the same kind of behavior, but they're not as nippy as tiger barbs. Next, we're gonna go look at a Tanganyikan. So let's go look at them. We have this week. So these are a really cool one as well. And we don't breed these here, so we don't always have them available. These are the Neolamprologus cylindricus. Now here's a big group of them. They're all kind of small. They're not fully colored up, but we're getting a nice colored up, I assume, male coming up. He got kind of scared when he's acting a little shy right now. But I really like these guys. They have the same kind of body shape as like a Lulupi, but you get the nice kind of cylindrical. You get the nice cylindrical body with like the barring. It looks really nice. So if you're into Tanganyikans, these guys will be on sale this week. Really, really cool fish. And these guys have also been very hardy. Next, we have the Placidochromis johnstoni. Now, I'm not going to walk over to that tank. It's just a 1 to 2 inch unsexed fish, so it's not going to have any color. But the Placidochromis johnstoni, and then we are going to walk back to where we came from to look at another fish that I really like. So let's go around the corner here. And our next item that's going on sale is going to be the purple pencilfish, or the Nanostomus rubocaudatus. And you can see the males have that nice red colored tail. The females are more bland in coloration. These guys are really nice fish. I actually prefer them over some of the more sought after pencilfish. I like the contrast between the back half of the fish on the males and the front half. So you get the red and kind of the yellowish tan up front. And then let me see what else. Let me flip my paper over, guys. Give me a second. Pardon my filming here. All right, the last one is going to be a tetratype. So I've struggled to say this name. It's only has its Latin name is in its common name, so it's really hard for me to say. But we have the red-finned Moncasia. I'm unsure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but these guys are really nice. They've been here for a while, so that is why we're offering them at a sale price. And the longer they're here, the more colorful these guys get. I'm assuming males are getting some nice yellow and red in their fins. And the females, they have color in them, but it's just significantly less. Now I'm trying to find one of the more colored up males. These guys are really nice, not very often seen either. So that's going to be what's going on sale this week. Now, let me show you guys some of your requests of fish you want to see. So, Carly, if you could pin a post with some locations of some fish that people wanted to see. And I'm going to scroll and see if there's any comments that Carly hasn't already got to that I can get to. And while I do that, we're going to look at some ember tetras. Stephen Jones loves that we do a quarantine for fish and you're never going to buy from a local pet store again. Well, thank you, Stephen. That's really important to us. As you can see, I'm just going to go to one tank, for example. Let me go right behind us. So these guys, we imported them from the wild, and you can see over here, we have a whole slew of medications and just data that we keep to make sure that we get you guys healthy fish. Now, these guys, currently, they have ick. They were imported from the wild. They have been dewormed with some praziquantel, and we saw ick pop up on them, and we started using cupramine. Now, We treat them until we know they're better, and then we will get them on the website. We never will willingly sell a fish that has came from the wild without deworming them. And if they are sick with ick or a bacterial infection, anything like that, we go through the steps to make sure that they're healthy before we ever list them on the website. Now, if a fish gets sick after we have already posted them online and they sell, well, then we'll contact you and tell you, hey, something's going on with this fish. We have to quarantine them. How would you like to proceed? Sometimes customers want to wait until that fish is healthy, or sometimes they will say, hey, it's fine, ship my order without them and just refund me for those fish. So that is our process, and we work really hard to maintain fish health and our integrity. So let's go look at some fish. We already showed the black angelfish. The next is the wild Columbian Oscars. Now, this is one that is actually currently sick. We will show them, but unfortunately, these guys ended up with a nasty case of ick, and we did lose some fish. But here they are. They are not currently available, and they are almost over the ick. But there are the wild Columbian Oscars. Those should be available if everything goes well within a couple weeks. Next is Black Widow frontosa. Oh, Carly, can you repin that comment? Oh, here we go. I got it. So, Black Widow frontosa F11. I do not believe we currently have any Black Widow frontosa in stock, but we will go check. I think we sold our last one. Yeah, so we have the 6-stripe frontosa from our local breeder. He breeds Black Widow frontosa, and they throw off frontosa that look almost identical to a regular 6-stripe. So we sell these on the website as Black Widow Jeans 6-stripe frontosa. So that is all we currently have in stock. Yesterday, we actually sold our last Black Widow frontosa. Green Terrors, we are currently out of stock on. Anything other than a couple. We just got an order in of some 1 to 2 inch Green Terrors. But I will check to see if we have a larger one in over here. But I don't believe we have any. So yeah, no. So we're out of the Green Terrors currently, but we do have some in quarantine that should be ready relatively soon. But they're like an 1.5 inches in size. And then let's see, the assorted veil-tail angelfish. We can show those. And I just walked right past them, guys. So here we go. We got the assorted veil-tail angels. Oh, trying to get it to focus for you. So here you have some marbled, some black marble. There is a silver up here. There's a nice white one back there with a kind of yellow nose. So that's what we have on the assorted veil-tail angels. And then let's look at the zebra white labs. So the zebra white labs is a pretty cool one, guys. I know we have some customers that sometimes like to ask us about the zebra white labs because they tend to have some yellow in them. Now, our breeders, when they are in the full sun, or our grow outs when they get sun from being outside in our greenhouses, they will tend to develop some yellow underneath their scales, similar to like on their shoulder and up on their head, like in this area. They'll get some yellow. Now that's perfectly normal. They're purebred white labs. They're just getting so much nutrients and sun that they're kind of just they're getting some extra pigment that people normally won't see in yellow labs. So, or I'm sorry, in white labs. Let's see. The next fish is. Let's go to the other side of the warehouse, and we're gonna look at the Epistogramma wapesi. Now this is a really cool one, guys, and um, I just want to give a shout out to Carly in the comments. She is behind the screen for us. She just let me know that her Epistogramma wapesi actually bred for her about a week ago, and they're successfully raising up the fry. So that's pretty cool. And now these guys are one of, right now, out of all the Epistos that we currently carry that are in stock, these are definitely my favorite. So I don't even need a location because I know exactly where they are because I come and stop and look at these guys often. What I really like about these guys is the males with their umbrella type fins. They're just really big. And let's see if we can get any to kind of flare up a little bit. There you go. So you guys see that? This is why I love this species. The finnage on the males is just awesome. They're really pretty. They do color up more than that one. You can see there are some colored up right there. There's a more colored up male. But they're not the flashiest as far as color go, but they do get some nice colors and they have amazing fins on them. So right now, I would say this is my favorite Epistogramma that we keep in stock right now. So Carly says the wapesi have been proven to be one where both male and female guard fry, at least in her experience. So that's pretty cool to see and pretty cool to know. So guys, I don't know if there was more requests, but let's show these guys off. Now, these are some of our firefish. These guys are absolutely phenomenal. We pulled these out of a pond about a month ago, and they are just really stunning. These guys are making me second guess not keeping an African cichlid tank. Just the phenomenal color on them, the pattern. As you can see, and as our website does describe, there are some variants in this fish. So if you do order a firefish, you might get one that's more orange, similar to this guy up top. Or you might get one that's more pinkish red with some kind of purplish undertones under the scales. So just keep that in mind. These are line bred fish and there are a lot of variant to them, but these guys are phenomenal. Let's look at some Eurekas. So Eurekas are over here. So, and over here. These guys had just came up here yesterday, and there is one. He's smaller than the rest of them, but he's absolutely fired up. Now, they're all a little skittish because they were just brought up. But you guys see this one down in the bottom, like right here? If I can get him to come up front, you guys are going to be blown away at just how nice he is. But unfortunately, he's kind of hiding. Let's give him a second. And he's in the back of the tank with bad lighting, so you can't really see, but he is really, really nice. All right. Some people want to see some predator haps, so we can do that. Before we do that, I'm just going to, since we're over here, show some of our OB Ollie's that we have in. They're looking really nice. And let's take a step back. Let's see what else looks good here. What is really standing out? Here we go. This is going to catch some attention here, guys. You guys are going to like this. Here we got the saffron peacocks. Talk about really nice strain of fish here. Really, really yellow. I like that you get some purplish blue in the cheeks sometimes. There's one higher up in the back there. The lighting isn't ideal, but I can see a lot of like purple, kind of bluish under his cheeks and under his eye. Really cool. All right, let's go look at some predator haps on the backside here. And while I'm doing that, I got to check the time, guys. This phone updated, and it used to show me the time up top, but I'm not seeing that. So, all right, so I'm going to show some fish, guys, and we're going to start the giveaway. So today, let me double check that I have my paper and make sure it didn't fall out. And I think it did fall out. So yeah, I lost my paper, but we're going to do the giveaway. I'm going to write the number down before we start because I know it already. But let's go over the rules. So today we're going to do a giveaway. Choose a number 1 through 100. Now, guys, please only guess one time. And the winner is going to be whoever guesses closest to the number without going over. There's going to be a YouTube number and there's going to be a Facebook number. So there will be a winner for Facebook and YouTube. Today we are giving away two $25 credits to the website, one for Facebook winner and one for YouTube. So if you guys want to start guessing, I am going to write the number down. It's already picked. So just give me a second before we start going to look at some other fish. So if you guys want to start guessing, Carly already has the number as well, so she'll know if I'm being genuine or not. It never fails, guys. Almost every time I end up dropping or setting down my numbers for the winning guesses. And I don't know how I keep doing that. It's pretty funny, actually. All right, so I got the numbers written down. I'm going to let you guys continue to guess. I am going to leave this paper here flipped over so I don't accidentally show you guys. And let's look at some predator haps. Now, I should have... Oh, here we go. Here's a Malawi gar. He's looking fired up. He's looking really good. There's another one. He's kind of keeping at bay over there. This is a nice, like, 4 to 5 inch male here. We have the Malawi hawks. These are at 3 to 4 inches. These are all unsexed. Now, this is a really cool one to me. Relatively new to me. I think I talked about it a little bit a couple weeks ago. This is the Exochromis Jennies, or the 3-spot torpedoes. So this is a nice predator hat. Nice bright yellow fish. And then we have some Bucochromis nototania. And I don't want to stray too far from the paper, but I'm going to go around. We'll look at some other fish on the back side of this rack, see what we have. If you guys want to see this, here's our some of our what you see, what you get fish. Now, some of these aren't on the website yet, but just to give you guys a quick sneak peek. This guy's about 5 to 6 inches. There's a really cool fish in here. See if he'll come out. Of course, he's hiding in the tube. Here he comes. This guy's not on the website yet either. So he's phenomenal. He's really nice. He's going to be up as a what you see, what you get. That's just a couple right there. Here is the some larger all-male Bucochromis noditania. There's one obvious dominant male in there. He's colored up. He's not full color, but he is colored up. Now, for you guys who are unfamiliar with predator haps, really beautiful fish. Scott, you can only guess one time, please. If you guessed after somebody and they already guessed the number you guessed, you can guess an additional time, and you can continue to do that until you guess a number that nobody else guessed. But please just try to do one guess per person. If you're guessing 1,000 times, we're gonna disqualify you because that's not fair to everybody else. But that was a good question, so thank you for that. All right, guys. Next, somebody wanted to see some just in general fish that you could get in the mixed Mbuna packages. We will look at that. But before we do that, we're gonna let the contest go a couple more minutes. I'm gonna grab my paper so we don't lose it. And I am going to show a really cool fish. Now, these guys I wanted to highlight. These guys are just coming out of quarantine. They should be available soon, if not already. And somebody requested to see them. These are the red-banded Leporhinus. Now, what I really like about these guys is they aren't super aggressive or anything like that. Some of the Leporhinus types or similar fish can get kind of aggressive the larger they get. Now, these guys actually aren't a true Leporhinus species. They are I'll just show you the name. I'm not even going to pretend to be able to pronounce that in the moment without practicing ever before. But, so these guys are pretty cool. They get about 4 to 5 inches, and they are just a nice, really colorful fish. Now, in the wild, the red on them actually helps them camouflage. They're coming from really tannic stained waters, and being red with these black stripes makes them just naturally kind of blend in. So these guys are really cool. They make good tank mates for fish like sebrums and other things that won't be too aggressive and can't just straight up fit them in their mouth. So these guys are really nice. Another one that should be coming out of quarantine soon, since we're near, I want to highlight really quick. We've talked about these guys before. We've had them available a couple times. And these are the jelly catfish. So here's one right up in the glass. Look at that big old fat belly. These guys are eaters. They can eat, and eat. They get about 7 to 8 inches, and one thing about them is they'll eat anything that they can fit in their mouth. So if you're getting these guys, be very careful on your tank mate choices if you want to even keep anything with them at all. Me personally, unless I'm keeping some really giant fish, I probably am not even going to consider keeping anything with them. So yeah, those are really cool. And then there's one more that's near I want to talk about, and that is the rubber lip pleco. Now, these guys are pretty common. You're gonna see them on a lot of pet stores probably. But rubber lip plecos, super cool. They are technically not even a pleco, I do believe. They get about 3 to 4 inches, and they are very peaceful. They're omnivorous. So, like most fish, most plecos, don't buy them and never feed them. Don't expect them to clean your tank for you. Make sure you target feeding them. And another thing about these guys is where they come from naturally, the water's a little cooler, and the oxygen levels are pretty high. So if you want to keep these guys in the best conditions, I would recommend not having really, really warm water, probably in the mid 70s at the highest, and they'll probably be perfectly happy. So if you're at like 76 degrees, these guys will probably be happy. All right, let's go look at some of the Mbunas that you could get in a mixed Mbuna package. And then also let's announce the winners, Carly. So we're getting close to the end of the stream here. We're getting kind of long. So if Carly's gonna scroll through, look for the winners, and I am going to show you some of the options that you could get if you ordered a mixed Mbuna package. Now each one is kind of catered differently, and we treat each one like its own individual kind of order. Like not two mixed Mbuna packages are going to be the same. Now, if you're ordering a lot of mixed Mbunas, you may get some doubles because we only carry so many types of Mbunas. But here's some options. You have red OB zebras. This is one that goes into a lot of our packages. Down here we have the Malawi golden cichlid or the Aratus. Kind of on the opposite spectrum, similar pattern, different color. We have the Manganos. We have the red zebra. So just a nice orange to red colored Mbuna. Up here we have some Dactari. And then some other options. We have albino Uratus or albino Malawi golden cichlid. We have these are the blue cobalts all hiding in the back. They are darting around. They don't like me in their face. What else we have? Oh, we have Katali Island. So these are a nice one that we throw in sometimes. And let's see what else we have. Now, these are just what we have in stock right now, guys. This changes on a daily basis as well. We have the Yellowtail ACI, Rusty Cichlids, which I really like the colors that the Rusty Cichlids have. They're kind of like a rust, kind of orangey red color on the males. Oh yeah, guys, let me announce the winning numbers. So I wrote them down and I never told you guys. Carly knows the numbers, so I'm sure she already knows who won. But let me grab the piece of paper I wrote it on, guys. I apologize, Carly, and everybody who was anxiously waiting. So, all right, today the winning numbers on YouTube is going to be 45, and Facebook is going to be 62. So YouTube is 45, Facebook is 62. So I apologize, guys. You guys are probably all waiting, wondering. Let's see what else you guys could get in a mixed Mbuna package. Scrolling through, guys. There's so many comments with numbers and things. All right, so we have the Mason Reef Zebra. Really nice one. Hopefully I don't scare them too much. There they go. The classic Kenny Eye Cichlid. Love these guys. Males get nice bright yellow. Females stay this bluish purple with black stripes. Up here, some larger ones. So you can see the difference between male and female. This is another good one. You can get albino Sokolofi. Down here, you got your another classic yellow labs. Those come in our packages. And we showed the zebra white labs earlier. You can end up with those. You could get these exasperatus or these are the albino Katali Island, which is really cool. Down here we have the, we already talked about these. Here are the smaller white labs that you could end up with. All right, guys. So it looks like we have the winner. So the YouTube winner is Jen Colon or Cologne. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, with a guess of 45. And the Facebook winner is Tiffany Elise. And I cannot pronounce your last name either, so I apologize. With the guess of 56. So congratulations, guys. Make sure you send an email to us at fish@imperialtropicals.com, and we will email you a code that will allow you to receive $25 off your next order. Here's another one, the Solosii. Really nice little Mbuna we have here. And then finally up here, these are some more Katali Island. We have a lot of these in right now. All right, guys. Last couple minutes, I am going to turn this camera around and we're going to talk. So just give me 1 second. So, guys, how did you? I know you guys already asked you about it. It seems like you guys really enjoyed going outside. It looked like we had a couple requests of people wanting to see potentially us seine a pond live and kind of how we bring those fish in. Now, there's a couple different ways that we bring fish in. We seine our ponds, which is we just grab a large net, we catch all the fish, and we bring them in. The other way is we use little fish traps. Now, I showed some of those traps last week. If you didn't catch it, they're just a clear fish trap. We put bait on the front. The fish swim in and they can't figure their way out. We pull them out and collect them that way. So a lot of really cool things that we do out there that you guys seem to be interested in. So we might start to try and change up and get some new things into this format where you guys can see that. I know lately we haven't been doing the videos like we did last year. I was really hoping I would have more time and we could make more videos, more in-depth videos. And we just haven't had the time. We've been so busy. Sales have been going crazy. A lot of position changes, like a lot of cross training happening. So I'm not doing what I was doing a year ago. So it doesn't really offer as much time for me to do that. Now, hopefully we can get back into that soon. But if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because we are getting close to a major number. And I do believe it is 15,000. And at 15,000, we are going to do another giveaway. So to be a part of that giveaway, we'll do it like we've done in the past, where you just have to be subscribed, and then there's going to be some other stipulations. But if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube and just keep on a watch out. The closer we get to this number, we are going to start announcing more about it. So just wanted to put that in your guys' ears. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I appreciate you guys for joining. I'm surprised you guys made it. We didn't have it pre-scheduled, and you guys still all made it. So thank you guys, and we're going to catch you next week. So later.